Look at that. I have an animation now. I have the I have the needle, uh, the vinyl needle going down. Totally worth to spend a whole day trying to figure it out how to do that, how to make that work. um, so yeah, I also changed some of the pictures and the layouts for the videos, even though it's not like an actual video. You can just leave it on the fourth monitor and just listen. You don't need to keep looking at the screen. Um, and like some people, I don't think will even have a screen because I'm uploading this on YouTube Music too. So I don't think you can watch videos in there. Um, so yeah, going to the to the object of discussion, Attack on Titan. Um, Great anime that got. I don't want to say they got killed because a lot of people kept watching it till the end. But at least for me, it was killed because of bad naming conventions. um, so I got the idea for this video because I just got recommended some videos about Attack on Titan of people that got baited because of the naming conventions, like the final season. And they were complaining like, "Oh, I thought like it was a final season. That was actually the end of the anime, but then it had like 3 episodes remaining, and I started to think that it would be the end of the anime." Yeah, some people got baited because of that, and I believe I was the I had the worst experience among everyone else. So why not to share this? I actually have an app that keeps track of what I watched and when I watched. So the first season, which came to me as a shock when I was looking through my entries, the first season was released all the way back in 2013. And I think it's a good thing that I had no clue that this anime existed back then because, well, I was 12. So I don't think that's a good thing for a 12 years old to be watching. Although I was not watching anything that was less violent, that was like much more less violent. I was watching like Naruto, so not as violent as Attack on Titan, but still violent. So yeah, I had no clue about this anime, and I only heard about it in like 2017. I don't know how I discovered it, but it was like when they released the second season, which I believe it was 2017, around that time, or maybe at the end of 2016. But yeah, we'll get to there. So they released the second season. They did a great job at marketing it, and then I heard about it, and I decided to watch it. So on June 4th of 2017 is when I decided to give a chance for this anime, and it got me hooked from the very first episode, because the first episode has a lot of shocking elements. Like, we are seeing these kids playing, and then this massive thing just burst into their town and starts to kill people. And like, on the first episode, one of the titans eats the mother of one of the protagonists, so it's a lot shocking from the very first episode. So I got hooked on it, and I kept watching. Like, I did a marathon on it, and on the same day, I finished the first season. I started watching on June 4th, and I ended it on June 4th. All the 25 episodes. Yeah, I don't think I had better things to do. So like, I was in school, so not very hard to just to get a good enough grade. So I just watched the first season, the entire first season, on the same day, and I don't know why, but I gave a break before I watched the second season, and I really don't have like a clue about why I did that. But the second season I only started watching on January 22nd. I don't know if that's how it's said, but yeah, of 2018. So almost an entire year that I didn't watch this. I remember that I was playing a lot of the Attack on Titan Tribute game. I sucked at the game. I remember that because it's even though like the graphics are very simple, the physics and the mechanics of the game can get quite complex. And now they made a remake of it, so maybe I'll give it a try, but still don't know. So yeah, I know that I kept playing that a lot. The game was just like, there was a multiplayer, but I just played solo, and the game was just like, we had a character. We could choose between the characters from the anime, but we could create our own. Each character had a different ability, a special ability, and when we were creating our own character, we could choose any special ability. And like, we would have the city arena with some titans roaming around it, and the goal was just to like kill every titan in the arena. It was like a really good game, because the characters have these grappling hooks on their waists, and it works kind of like Spider-Man's web. And it has physics on it, on that game. There is like a Spider-Man game, that you can disable something. There is like a setting. You can go and there's like web assist or something like that. Basically, like, the default setting for that game is that no matter where you are with Spider-Man, no matter where you shoot, like where you are aiming at, if you shoot a web, it will grab something and it will swing your character um, to the front. And you can like disable that, and you would have like a more realistic web control. Like if you shoot a web to the with the right arm, your character will get pulled to that direction. And then you have to counterbalance. You have to shoot a web with your left arm, and then you keep doing that, and you move forward. So this game, the Attack on Titan tribute game, um, was like this. Well, it still is. They didn't change it on the remake. So you had to keep balancing yourself and counterbalancing yourself. Like you shoot to the right and you shoot to the left, and you keep doing that, you move forward. But there is a problem. The Titans' weak spot is at the back of their neck. So you had to, you had to have really good aim to be able to move forward and be able to like strike on the back of their neck. And then there was the momentum force, because if you stroke while going too slow, you won't be able to deal damage enough, so you won't be able to kill the Titan. So you had to try to go as fast as possible. Obviously, there was some skills that would make it easier. Like Levi had one skill that he would shoot his two hooks to the front and will move to the front like real fast while swinging his swords. So that one was the special ability that I chose to play with. But yeah, really great game. Right now I don't yeah, thinking about it, I don't really remember if that was like Levi's special skill or if it was Mikasa's special skill. Because one of those had like a similar special ability where they would shoot the hooks up and then move up. So yeah, I played that a lot. As if you went like faster, you would get like higher scores too. So there is like some crazy playthroughs you can find on YouTube about it. So the game was really, really complex. There is, I believe, there is still some tutorials up, like some tutorials videos. So yeah, I tried. I remember like spending entire days just rewatching the tutorials, just to try to get better at the game, but didn't help that much. There was also like the easy mode, but I was bad at the game, but not bad enough to to go to the easy mode, which was using Eren's special ability. Because you could play as Eren, and his special ability was to turn into a Titan himself. And then you could just punch the other Titans and they would eventually die. But yeah, going back to the anime. So on the second season, something quite strange happened because I started watching it on January 22nd and 2018, and I gave it a break on the episode 4 that I watched on February 11th. Of course, I kept playing the game because I really liked it, but I gave a break to the anime. I don't really know why. I can't like remember, but maybe because of college. It was like 2018, I think. It was when I started it. Um, that's my best guess. And then I don't know how I'll title this video, but as I said before, I was the person that got most baited by the naming convention, because around April 2021 they announced the final season. I think I can get the oh, it was actually on December of 2020, where the first episode of the final season aired. So on December 2020, they announced the final season, and then I decided to give it a try again to the anime, because I only stopped it because of college. So why not? And then I went back. I rewatched the first entire season because I couldn't remember much about it. So I rewatched the first season. I rewatched the four first episodes of the second season. And then on April 4th of 2021, I kept watching it from the episode 5 of the second season. And then I finished the second season on the same day again. And I think I was like in some holidays, like a big holiday. I don't really remember. Or like college vacations. So yeah, I watched it again, the second entire season in a day. And then I went to the third season on the same day. And I finished the third season on April 11th of 2021. And then I went to the final season, which was again right after I finished the third season on April 11th. And then I was watching it, there was no sign of the end of the anime. And I started getting worried about it. And then on April 16th, I watched the episode 16 of the final season. So until now, it's like 75 episodes that I watched in less than a week. 20 minutes long episodes. And then I went to search about it, and I discovered that there was some episodes left that they didn't adapted yet. And then I just gave up on the anime, and until now I didn't finish it yet. I remember that when I got to the episode 16 of the final season, I thought about reading the manga, but I didn't want it to keep from to start reading from where I stopped the anime, because maybe there was like some stuff that they changed, which is quite common. Like maybe they didn't adapt it, one of the chapters, maybe they made up something else. So if I wanted to like read, I would prefer to like start from the beginning. And I remember that I got maybe like to the equivalent of the final of the first season, or maybe like the middle of it. because like I remember going past the training. Like I don't know why, but I still have like a clear image of one of the panels of the manga, which is Eren trying to balance himself with the broken equipment, because like when he's training to get into the army, um, there is um, an exercise where he must keep his balance because he's gonna be shooting the hooks into the buildings, and he needs to keep his balance so he don't fall. Um, and this exercise, the point of the exercise was to see um, if the recruits had the ability to keep their balance. And somehow they give Eren a broken belt, and then like he keeps trying to balance himself, but he is not able to. And then like a couple chapters later, um, it gets revealed to everyone that he was trying to balance himself on a broken equipment. That like somehow it got mixed with the ones that were fully functional. So I remember reading that and going past it a little bit, but like the amount that I read, um, can't quite remember. So yeah, and then I fully stopped um, with Attack on Titan. I didn't search it about it. I didn't read the game. I stopped playing. Um, Mostly because like I lost the interest in the anime because of the bad naming convention that they gave to the final season. Um, and then like now, I think last week, I got recommended to the Attack on Titan tribute game remake because they just released it like a few months ago. And since I searched for it in the past, like I got recommended now. And I don't know if I should like give it a try to the anime again. The game I know that I will play eventually because I really like the idea of it and how they managed um, to adapt the hooks and the balance feature into the game. So it's like it's not just you shoot at whatever place and your character will eventually go forward. They made it so you need to plan where you're shooting your hooks. And since the main map, the main arena is a city, there is taller and shorter buildings. So you have to think about it too. Like, let's say there is like a shorter building among taller ones. So let's say you're balancing yourself, you're shooting the hooks almost on the roof of the buildings, and then at one point there is like an empty space. So you need to like be prepared for that, because if you just keep the same pace, you're gonna shoot the hook on this empty area because like the building is shorter, and you're gonna miss it and like lose the not the balance, but like you're gonna go to another direction instead of keep moving forward. And then there is like also the titans keep moving, so you need to plan ahead on like where you're gonna shoot the hook, Because like if let's say there is a Titan in front of me, I need to shoot the hook like on its mouth, because when the hook finally travels the distance between me and the Titan, it will attach to the back of its neck, because like the Titan is moving and you have to kind of calculate the travel time of the hook. So it's a really nice game. And like in the remake, I saw that they added like new maps, and there is a map building which could be like used in a really cool way. There was like also a forest map, so you have like you get the same problems of the city map, but you multiply it by like 100, because the trees, although they are really tall, they are thinner, so you have more room for mistakes. Wait, it's actually it's actually the opposite. You have less room for mistakes, because the areas where you can shoot the hooks are smaller. So there is that. There is like a lot of empty space, and if you don't properly calculate it, you're gonna mess up. And like since some of the titans like move faster, there is like some titans that move faster, some that throw rocks at the players. So staying still in a place can be really risky. So like you have to keep shooting the hooks. So yeah, that's like that's the that's the story of how the naming convention of the final season baited me. And I don't know, I don't think there is someone else with a worst story than mine. Because like the ones I saw was like, oh, I was watching the anime while it got released, and then they announced the final season, and then I watched it while the episodes were being released, and then like they stopped releasing it, the anime wasn't over, which is not my case. I watched the whole thing. I rewatched the first season and then watched the whole thing, thinking that would be the ending. I also now I remember that I watched the one of the movies. They made a movie. They made the Attack on Titan movie while the manga was still being made, and somehow they kind of got it right, because in the movie they say that the Titans are normal people. Like it's normal people that get turned into the Titans. And I don't remember if like that was already a known fact while they made the movie. I would have to like I can try to look at it right now. I don't like it's a live action movie. Maybe it was like wait, I can't. There is like 10 results before I get to an IMDb page. So the movie was made all the way back in 2015, 2 years after the first season got made, and 3 years before the second season. So there was no way we already knew that the Titans were actual humans before being turned into Titans. But like in this movie, I think they made it um something like different because I believe it's like, oh, the Titans started appearing and then humanity um, locked themselves into Paradise Island. So I believe that's the story of the movie. But they still got it. They still got it right. That the the Titans were actually humans. Well, if I'm looking at the right one, which I think I am, because that's the only thing that popped up when I searched for the live action movie. I remember the visuals being quite um creepy. Like there was kind of a horror vibe to it, but I could be wrong because like it's been it's been a lot of time since I watched it. Um, but yeah, that's that's the story of how I got baited because of the final season, part 3, part 1 out of 5. And then there was also, I think there was also like 2 specials after it. Like they split the final season into 2 and then like made a special. Um, like not a special, 2 specials. So yeah, worst possible naming for a final season. And then how I do it again? Because like I set it up, but I think I need to click, wait, if I click this one, maybe the, oh, yep, that was the one I had to click. So yeah, I had the animation of the needle and the vinyl disc getting away. Yeah, I just I think I ruined the magic because I should like have muted myself and then press the that button to make the vinyl go away. And if someone is listening to it on YouTube Music where there is no video, sorry about that.